Okay. Next thing is, what is the process of Bookpal publishing my book?
Okay, I won't bore you guys into the nuts and details, so I'll just roll out the steps over here. Book registration, that's the first thing you do, where you put in the name of your book, the name of the author, or if you want to use a pen name, you also acknowledge that. And then you got your page layout, which we've briefly touched on. That's your pagination, margins, typesetting, and so on. You've got your cover design. Now that's where you basically say, I saw this cover, I like this about it, or you describe your cover as best you can, and our designers, our design team will put together a draft for you and send that to you to accept.
Or basically, if you have no idea, we can actually come up with some concepts for you, which is because our cover designers do it day in day out, so we know what sells, what doesn't.
Exactly. I mean, some of the guys, just thinking off the top of my head, they've been in the industry for 20 odd years.
That's
so,
right.
I mean, their experience is invaluable in
That's
the process.
Right. Okay, moving on, we will produce a mock-up book for you.
Yes, that's correct. That's basically a sample book. It's unbound, but it's actually done up like a real book for you to have one last look at your book before we send it out, so to say.
Yeah, so this is where you need to actually look through the book carefully. If there's any adjustments, any mistakes that need to be corrected, this is the time for you to do it. And now I think we have 2 mock-ups with the advanced packs, correct?
Yes, we do. So after your first mock-up, you have one opportunity to say, look, I saw the mock-up, I would like the font changed or the cover changed, and yes, we can take care of that.
Yeah, but beyond that, we'll have to start basically charging if you require further mock-ups after that.
Yeah, on this point, one of my favorite customers, he's a great guy, I won't say his name, but after the 10th mock-up, he still was making changes. And this is an important point because if you walk into the bookstore and pull out any book and search hard enough, you will find something wrong with it. So as they always say, perfection is not a destination, it's a journey. It's the exact same thing with your book. Do as best you can now, get it out there, see what happens, then hey, do a second edition and third edition and so on.
That's right, and we've seen so many books that have are bestsellers, and you read them, and still
and you pick up mistakes.
Yeah, there's mistakes, but it's cool, it's alright.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny.
And next thing, obviously, we will enter you in our system where you get all the bookstores. Your book will be made available to all these bookstores around the world, and subsequently, your POD, print on demand ordering is set up.
Yep, and your book is also set up on the Bookpal bookstore. So what that just means is we have created a portal where you, the author, you log in, you see your book and you say, oh, I want 10 books, you order them. It's all automatic in the background, it triggers a print job and your books are sent out to you.
Fantastic. And also with our publishing packages, we will send out press releases for you. So, at the minimum, at least your word is out there for journalists to look at. And this press release is professionally written, and we will submit it to every available media outlet in Australia. So that's about, from memory, about close to 1,000, is that right? Or 1,000 plus media outlets?
Yeah, it's actually, we've got a database of 3,000 media outlets, but based on the genre of the book, we'll send it to maybe 800 to 1,500, depending on what the book is about and who's likely to be most interested in it.
That's right, because we don't want to send your book to people that have absolutely no interest whatsoever in your book. For example, if your book is on health, we don't want to send it to the vet journal on animals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Crazy example, but that's all I could think of. And also, Teddy, what about lodgement to libraries?
Yes, by I think it's the 1968 Copyright Act. any book and every book published in Australia needs to be lodged with the State Library and the National Library. We take care of all that for the author.
Okay, and as to how long it takes, the whole process takes, really it's up to you, the author, to a large extent to determine how fast it is. For example, with the mock-up, cover design, page layout, the time you take to approve that will determine to a large extent how fast your book is published. But as a rule of thumb, 60 to 90 days is the norm.
Yes, that's correct. So essentially, don't plan a book launch before, say, 90 days, just to be on the safe side.
That's right. I guess compared to traditional publishers who would take, up to a year in most cases to get your book published,
Wow.
60 to 90 days is a pretty fast process.
Awesome. And that includes everything.
Everything.
Yeah, registration, page layout, cover design, and so on.
Everything.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Cool.